Item 10C, adopt a resolution authorizing the purchase of an electric sewage grinder for the Crestwood Sewer Lift Station from JWC Environmental Company in the amount of $62,242.39 and appropriating $12,242.39 from the Wastewater Enterprise Fund to the Crestwood Sewer Pump Station Improvements Project. Clara, you're on again. Maybe. No? Okay.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and Council. I'm presenting electric sewage grinder purchase proposal for the Crestwood Sewer Lift Station. Some current facts. The Crestwood Sewer Lift Station is located behind 1521 Crestwood Drive, which is between Rollingwood Drive and Fleetwood Drive. This lift station receives a high amount of flow from the greater Rollingwood, Fleetwood, and Oakmont neighborhoods. Due to this large service area, and on average, the station receives more flow than any other station within our collection system. The station's last rehabilitation project was completed in 1993, and a redundancy system of 4 pumps was installed to assure proper excuse me. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. I'll just speak louder. Redundancy system of 4 pumps was installed to ensure proper station pumping operation. All collected sewage is then pumped from the station to a point of gravity where sewage then travels under Highway 280 to a large trunk main on Sneath Lane. Due to these facts, the Crestwood Sewer Lift Station is an important and critical junction point of our collection system. The current problem. Through the years, solid objects within the system have made it to the station and have caused damage to the pumps or stopped them from pumping. These occurrences are happening more often due to the deterioration of our collection system and the intermittent introduction of materials from assisted living or convalescent facilities. It is not uncommon for staff to remove submersible pumps from the sewage several times a week and remove materials from the blocked pumps. This process is time-consuming, lengthens the time our crew is directly exposed to raw sewage, and defers preventable maintenance and at other aging stations. Staff spends approximately 250 maintenance hours a year removing objects from clogged pumps at this location. Our recommendation: due to the importance and need to keep this critical station operational, the department is proposing an automatic grinder which will be installed at the station to grind incoming solids in an effort to keep the pumps from being damaged or jammed. This will assure that all incoming solids such as rocks, rags, broken pipe parts, construction materials, and any other material that can be placed into our system will be ground down to an acceptable pumping size. This equipment was budgeted as part of the 0910 Wastewater Enterprise Fund CIP program, and the machinery was competitively bid. This concludes my presentation, and I would like to answer any questions or provide any further detail.
So this is like a giant garbage disposal?
Yes, basically. It's
Okay.
much like a tree chipper. It has 2 cones and things hit it and it's ground down.
Does somebody have to turn it on and off? Is it automatic?
Automatic.
Automatic. Okay.
Through the chair. We talked about this, obviously it jams, causes problems for the current machinery, but this could help extend its lifespan, the equipment.
This is correct.
What kind of extend lifespan are we referring to?
Basically what happens is when solids come down and there's clearances in between the impeller and the outside of the pump. And when solids come down, it nicks the material, creates a higher, or a bigger opening, and then the efficiency of the pump then has to work harder, it uses more electricity, and then basically it costs more money over time. In a sense of a time frame, we rebuild the pumps about every 3 years. Through talking to other people that have installed these before, or in line before a pump station, we could possibly push it up to about 5 or 6 years before we actually rebuild the pumps.
You did fine, Clara. And then I know there's as I was informed by staff earlier today, that there's certain items that cause some damage that we continuously have up in that area. And my understanding is we also have done some outreach
Yes, we have.
to try to help educate as well as curtail some of the ongoing problems that we're experiencing.
Yes, we have.
Okay.
Through the chair. Has obviously the education hasn't been successful. Are we going to try some more?
Well, it's, in the sense of, it's ongoing.
Is there a mechanism? I don't disagree that we should have this. I totally agree that we should have this, but it just seems ludicrous to me that people are putting pieces of pipe and rocks and things like that down the sewage system. So is there a way to pinpoint more closely where it comes from and who's doing it? And no, huh?
It's almost close to impossible to try to track something down within the sewer system from any particular residence that introduces something. The rocks or pieces of pipe are just from old systems. The pipes break apart, dirt that is on the outside of the pipe falls in, flow carries it to the station.
Okay. The other concern I have long term is obviously that means that the sewer system upline is deteriorating more and more rapidly. Are we looking at how we're going to fix that and what the timeline is for that particular thing? Is the urgency for that accelerated a bit because of this?
I think through the upcoming rates, yeah, we were basically prioritizing where we need to be able to look at a certain area and see whether or not in a priority does that need to be addressed first versus something else. This station is unique in the sense that it actually receives flow from the Olympic pump station and from a larger part of that Rollingwood and Oakmont area. You made reference to construction materials. A lot of times when homeowners or plumbers are putting in laterals or any other new work, it's not uncommon for rebar, pieces of concrete or mortar to get in the system. It's just part of the business.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes, Michael?
The pump station, is it, you said there's a 5 or 6 years cycle where the parts of that pump station are rebuilt. Is the overall the pump station, does it have an infinite lifespan, or is there at some point where we really need to look at replacing the entire station?
Well, what's unique about the Crestwood was that it was actually redone in 1993 with still somewhat current construction standards. So what's lucky, or we're lucky in this sense with this station, is that the bay in itself can stay the way it is. And if we take some effort to extend the length of the pumps, it's different than maybe some of the other stations where we actually need to re-pour the wet wells, which is a huge undertaking. So we're able to be able to do that at this station. In the sense of being, in the sense of cost, this machine will help us go farther without having to buy larger pumps or redo the whole concrete caissons in the ground.
Okay. And have you looked at, on an ongoing basis, the lifespan of the grinder and the impact that it's going to have? You're going to obviously use less resources to go down there and clear jams.
Mm-hmm.
Will that help offset the cost of maintenance to the grinder itself and the replacement cost whenever it does need to be replaced or repaired?
Yes, part of this contract is actually we almost have the grinder part itself, not the motor or the shaft, but we actually have one on the shelf, so that we'll be able to put that in, and in a sense that's kind of the sacrificial lamb in this, so that the pumps can actually go longer.
Okay, okay. And so you have looked at staff saving, or basically staff savings versus
We have.
maintenance costs.
Yes.
And it looks like it's a
Yes.
a win-win.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
spending a lot of time on pulling these things
clearing
out, but
stuff.
it's
Okay,
when we're that directly close to sewage, it's always an issue.
absolutely.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Any action?
I'll go ahead and introduce the resolution for adoption.
Vice Mayor Medina.
Aye.
Councilmember Salazar.
Aye.
Councilmember O'Connell.
Aye.
Mayor Ruane.
Aye.